The importance of black men having street smarts. This is a requested video. I do appreciate you for reaching out. But let's get into it. The importance of black men having street smarts. The first thing that came up to mind was, why is it important? And or how did it become important? And it all reaches back to me from education in the school system, how black boys are disenfranchised in the school system because the curriculum wasn't meant for the black boy to thrive, based off of what they teach, how they teach, who teaches it. All these things that they're teaching is not conducive to the black boy to thrive in America. It doesn't cater to all the nuances that the black man or the black male has to go through throughout life, more so than a lot of other people. It doesn't cater to that. So the things that you don't learn in school, you are forced or have to learn outside of school in order for your survival. Again, the things that you did not learn in school that did not prepare you for life, it might have prepared you for a job or a career or to learn something in a book. But the actual tools that you need outside of life, it does not teach you. And when I say the tools, I'm not talking about doing taxes or financial, financial management or anything. No, I'm talking about the actual tools that you need in order to survive, dealing with people, dealing with environments, dealing with situations. The rawness of life, you're not taught that in school. See, the path of the black man is different than the path of a white man or anybody else. It's different. They can go through school or to school, learn the things that they need to learn, and life is already set up for them outside of it. Majority as a collective. I know people are going to say, well, not me, I'm saying majority as a collective. But when you learn certain things in school as a black man, it's other things that you have to learn outside of that. How to communicate, how to build relationships. And this is just surface level. This is this is street smarts, but we're not talking about street smarts in a Pookie sense right now. We're just talking about street smarts in the sense of navigating the world. Once you have that education, there's so much more to it that you have to know, that you have to learn, that was already set up for other people. Like I said, when they go to school and they graduate, jobs are already lined up, relationships are already built, foundations are already set. Those were the things that they already had implemented outside of school that was brought down or learned or taught to them. The things that we need in order to be on that same level, we have to learn outside. That's where the street smarts comes in. How to build relationships, how to talk to people, how to build proper foundations. These are the things that you learn outside of school. This is why it's important. This is why it's more important for us to learn these things outside of school than learning education in school, because you can always educate yourself. You can always gain education. If somebody likes you, they will teach you what they need you to know, more so than you knowing something and nobody likes you, or you don't know how to communicate. You don't know how to build relationships. This is why it's important for black men to be able to talk to all kind of cultures, all kind of people, not just black people. Because what happens if you put in a position where you need to communicate with somebody from another community in order to have a job or to build and establish a relationship, a business relationship? How do you communicate with them then? How do you relate to them then? You know the certain nuances of their culture that you can talk to them about that can influence them to like you even more. Do you think outside the box? This is where street smarts comes in. And like I said, it's not in the street smarts of selling drugs and doing this and finessing. No, this is the things that you have to know in order to survive outside of the classroom, outside of the boardroom. These are the things that they don't teach you. How to handle yourself. How to be able to read body language. These are all tools and means of survival that they don't teach you in school. That's not in a book. It's not in a pamphlet. That's why I salute some guys who go to school and all that type of shit. Cool, you know. But sometimes you need to learn the things that you learn on the street. Sometimes it's a lot of important things that people miss on the streets. How to talk to people, how to understand people, how to protect yourself, how not to be so vulnerable, how to detect lies, how to build trust, how to extend the olive branch to somebody, knowing when to cut people off. See, when you're so boxed in and thinking that school is the only way to go, you don't learn these things. And that's why you become green. When you step outside that classroom, you get got. And let's turn a little bit now to if you're like financially disenfranchised, you know, coming up, quote unquote, poor, broke. You have to learn street smarts in order to survive. And in the basic and common sense of how to hustle. And this can be applied to all black men. How to hustle, how to survive, how to make $1 out of 15 cents. Because sometimes opportunities will not be provided to you just because of who you are, no matter how educated you are. You have to understand sometimes education is the reason why you are not qualified for a job. Not because you are educated, it's because you are too educated. It's not because you're not educated, it's because you're too educated. It's because you have an education, period. It's because a lot of people are intimidated by you. So because a lot of people are intimidated by a black man, you see, this is the thing. People are not intimidated by a black man who knows book smarts because he knows what they taught him. Let me break that down again. Other communities, especially the YT community, is not intimidated by the black man who went to his schools and read his books because he knows exactly what he taught him. He knows it. He taught him. He wrote the book for him. His granddaddy wrote him the book. So if you don't have no outside knowledge, he's not intimidated by you. That's why they're the first to get picked. But when they see you have some kind of outside intelligence, that you're able to read people, that you have some kind of street smarts, that you're able to navigate, this will block you out from having those jobs and those positions because they understand that you know more than what they taught you. That makes you a threat. So if you're already on that level, it's important for you to have street smarts so you can have your own hustle to make your own dollar. Because the opportunities that will be provided to you will be slim. I hope y'all caught that. The opportunities provided to you will be slim if you are a black man who gained education from the white man and your own education from the streets. It's imperative for you to have hustle. That's where that street smarts comes in. Being able to take your knowledge of what you know, the things that you have at your disposal, and make a living off of it. That's the street smarts. And it's imperative that you have these things, these tools. They're nothing but tools to help you navigate life. You got to understand, being a black man, not everybody's going to be your friend. A lot of more people are going to be intimidated by you than love you. You have to understand these things. And having street smarts is being able to have that discernment of who's danger, who's for you, who's against you, who's lying to you. This is where all these street smarts comes in. Knowing when somebody's finessing you in a business deal. This is where all the street smarts comes in. Again, because the system is not designed and will not teach you the things that you need to know. It teaches you the things to be obedient. but not the things that you need to know in order to survive. Don't get me wrong, book smarts is cool. Don't get me wrong, it is. It's cool. You can learn some things. But being book smart without street smarts, you're going to lose. And being street smart without having books, again, that's lopsided as well. But if you have that equal balance, you're a dangerous man. Anyways, I hope this could help somebody today. Again, shout out to the subscriber who requested this video. I greatly do appreciate you. Y'all be safe out there. Let me know how y'all feel about this. This is your favorite cousin Rich. Y'all be safe again. Love and blessings.